Lab's all set up, boss.
Oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
What's the word on Strucker?
Marvel movies are made for everyone, but some of the details might fly over younger viewers' heads. The superhero genre has really exploded in the past 20 years, with Fox and Sony kicking things off in the early 2000s and Marvel Studios changing the game from 2008 onward. Most of these blockbuster films aim to appeal to all ages to maximize their success. In the Avengers movies, Tony Stark throws in some memorable jokes about erectile dysfunction. In The Avengers 2012, when Loki tries to control Tony with his scepter and fails, Tony cracks, "This usually works. 1 out of 5, it's a thing." It's a nod to ED stats.
This usually works.
Well, performance issues, it's not uncommon. 1 out of 5.
In Avengers Age of Ultron on 2015, after Clint Barton gets hurt in battle, Tony lightens the mood with another ED jab. While these jokes fit Tony's sarcastic style and tendency to make offbeat comments, they don't age particularly well. They rely on outdated stereotypes and make light of a sensitive issue. Interestingly, Tony doesn't make any similar jokes in Avengers Endgame 2019, possibly signaling a shift in the humor. It shows how the MCU's comedy has evolved to be more thoughtful and inclusive. Captain America, The Winter Soldier's Notebook, in different international versions of Captain America, The Winter Soldier Steve Rogers' Notebook has various cultural references that cater to each region. For the US version, it mentions things like the moon landing, Steve Jobs, disco, and Marvin Gaye's Trouble Man. These references hit home with American audiences by touching on key moments and people in US history and pop culture.
Marvin Gaye, 1972 Trouble Man soundtrack. Everything you missed, jammed into one album.
I'll put it on the list.
In the UK version, the Notebook includes British cultural touchstones like the Beatles and the 1966 World Cup final, highlighting famous British music and significant sports events. The French version, on the other hand, features France 99 and Louis de Funès. France 99 likely refers to a notable French event, while Louis de Funès is a well-known French actor famous for his comedy. These localized references make the film more relatable for viewers around the world and show Marvel's effort to connect with international audiences, even if they are for old ones. How has America Chavez not heard of Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
There was an incident with Spider-Man.
What man?
Spider-Man, he has the powers of a spider.
Hence the name.
Gross. Does he look like a spider?
No, more like a man.
Climbs walls, shoots webs.
Yeah, bingo.
Out of his butt?
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
It's clear that America Chavez in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness had quite the multiverse tour, exploring 72 different universes and sampling diverse cuisines. But there's one superhero she apparently missed: Spider-Man. While some might attribute this oversight to Doctor Strange's spell from Spider-Man: No Way Home, that's not quite accurate. Strange's spell made people forget Peter Parker, not Spider-Man. Even Happy Hogan confirmed knowing Aunt May through Spider-Man at her gravesite.
How'd you know her?
Through Spider-Man. You?
Same.
Considering the multitude of Spider-Men from No Way Home and Into the Spider-Verse, it's hard to believe America only traveled through universes without any spider-themed heroes. No Miles Morales, no Miguel O'Hara, no Spider-Gwen. It does seem like a pretty big plot hole. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The Avengers weren't there for Wanda. Wanda Maximoff went through an incredibly traumatic experience when she removed the Mind Stone from Vision, which was crucial for keeping him alive. Then, she had to endure the agony all over again when Thanos reversed time and destroyed Vision for good. These experiences deeply affected her, as seen in WandaVision. Even though Wanda's actions in WandaVision are hard to justify, it's worth noting that her former teammates didn't really reach out to offer her comfort during her grief. Everyone had their own struggles after Thanos' snap, but none of them seemed to offer Wanda any support, despite knowing she had lost her brother Pietro and then Vision. She might have pushed them away, but some show of care might have made a difference. Instead, she ended up isolated, which likely contributed to her turning to the Darkhold and seeking to create a family to cope with her trauma. Wong deserves more respect in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange hasn't exactly been known for his people skills in the MCU. He can come off as prickly and even condescending at times. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, he initially showed a lot of disrespect towards Wong. Despite Wong being the Sorcerer Supreme and deserving certain formalities like a bow, Strange only managed to show that respect by the end of the film. It was surprising to see Strange act this way, especially since Wong has been both a friend and a mentor, sharing crucial knowledge about the mystic arts and the multiverse. Similar to how he ignored Wong in Spider-Man: No Way Home, Strange didn't fully appreciate Wong's expertise.
The Sorcerer Supreme has higher duties, yes.
Wait, I thought you were the Sorcerer Supreme.
No, he got it on a technicality because I blipped for 5 years.
Oh.
Hopefully, his final change in attitude in Multiverse of Madness means he'll start valuing Wong and his role as Sorcerer Supreme more in future adventures. The Wasp still doesn't get much to do in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, even though Hope, Evangeline Lilly, has earned co-lead billing in the last 2 Ant-Man movies. She doesn't get much of a character arc in Quantumania. Her role is mainly to share in the trust issues regarding Janet's, Michelle Pfeiffer, hidden information about the quantum realm, but she doesn't face any significant internal conflict or growth. Hope is heavily involved in the key action scenes, but a few tweaks could have given her more character significance. For instance, during the probability storm around Kang's power core, both Scott and Hope see infinite versions of themselves, but only Scott's vision as a Baskin-Robbins employee hints at some personal struggle. While Hope helps Scott during the final fight with Kang, it would have been more impactful if her intervention addressed any friction in their relationship. Despite her prominent title, Hope ends up feeling like she's just along for the ride in Quantumania. Given Marvel's push for more gender balance among superheroes, this lack of development might be disappointing to fans. In Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Janet and Hank are surprisingly open about needs. The MCU has generally maintained a PG-13 tone.
I would have joined you, but it didn't seem like the right time.
They used up all the hot water.
I should have joined you.
With plenty of high-stakes action and romance, but very little explicit content. There's mass death and intense violence, yet not much blood or swearing. Romantic elements are present, but sex and deeper sexual themes are rarely addressed. In Quantumania, however, Janet and Hank, Michael Douglas, share a surprisingly candid moment about their relationship. After Janet's interaction with her old ally, Lord Kryler, Bill Murray, she admits she had needs during her 3 decades in the quantum realm.
I was down here for 30 years, Henry. I had needs.
Oh my God.
While this euphemism might go over kids' heads, adults will recognize it as a reference to sexual desire. Hank reveals he went on a few dates while Janet was gone, but nothing serious developed. Although it seems odd they hadn't discussed these issues earlier, this moment provides one of the MCU's most mature and relatable takes on sexuality. Cameos in Thor, Ragnarok, and Thor, Love and Thunder. In Thor, Ragnarok, and Thor, Love and Thunder, the amateur Asgardian theater troupe performing The Tragedy of Loki of Asgard was a highlight. There's some interesting backstory to these cameos. Matt Damon's role as Loki in these movies might be a nod to his earlier portrayal of the character in Kevin Smith's film Dogma, and the actor playing Thor in these scenes, who looks a lot like Chris Hemsworth, isn't just a look-alike, it's Luke Hemsworth, adding a fun twist to the role. It seems Loki had a hand in making the casting a bit of fourth wall fun. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.